My name is Raul Lausa. I'm a member of the Martin Luther King Scholarship Association, and this is King Talks, where we approach controversial issues from the point of being Martin Luther King scholars and continuing Dr. King's legacy. The Martin Luther King Scholarship Association has chosen to take a very liberal stance on the issue of gay rights. We think it's important to stand with the LGBT community in times where they're fighting for basic human rights, such as the right to marry and the right to have their marriages and civil unions recognized by our government. We have had a shameful history, I think, in this country of denying certain groups their rights because they don't fit into the sort of schema or category of what we classify as the superior person. We started off as a nation for white male landowners, and only they could vote. And we have struggled over and over again through our history to really live out the ideals of our Constitution, of the other founding documents of our nation, and the philosophy of writers like Thomas Jefferson, who did believe in the equality of all men, and really further to live out the mission we're given by Christ and by God, which is to love one another and to acknowledge that everybody is a child of God and everybody has the right to be respected and loved. Martin Luther King himself did not speak too much on this issue, but his wife, Coretta Scott King, did do a lot of work with LGBT youth and a lot of activism for LGBT issues as a Christian and simply as a citizen who believes that everybody has the same rights. The civil rights movement was very much about an oppressed people saying that they no longer wanted to be discriminated against for something that was not their fault. It is not a sin to be black. It is not a sin, in my opinion, to be gay. Again, these are genetic predispositions that we are born with. And if we believe that there is a creator, we believe that there is a God who loves us and who sustains us and who creates us, we believe that he must have made this choice for us. He must have chosen whether or not we were to be born gay or straight. If it is in our DNA, and we cannot truly bring the kingdom of God, we cannot truly create a just society if we tell 10% of our population that they are not as good as the rest of us, that they aren't good people because of inclinations they cannot control. If we tell them that God does not love them, and if we tell them that we cannot love them. Again, I think Martin Luther King was very clear that what he believed was the fulfillment of the gospel is love. St. Paul teaches us in the New Testament that everything we do must be done in love. And that is the only way we can please God. And I don't think there's anything loving about the discriminatory practices that have shamed this nation for so long. I think the rest of the world has woken up and is working towards progressing, towards building a more just society where LGBT persons are not discriminated against and who enjoy the same rights as all human kind. And I think it's time that we, as a nation, as a society, move towards the same. And I hope that the Martin Luther King Scholarship Association, as standard bearers of Martin Luther King's legacy, will be a strong voice and a powerful force for change to create this more just society. This has been longer than 3 minutes, I'm so sorry.
It's alright, finish it up, go ahead.
Love and peace cannot just be words that idyllic words that we keep in our vocabulary because they sound good. Love must be the ultimate guiding force, the ultimate moral, the supreme constitution by which we guide our actions, not just as individuals, but as individuals who form a society and a nation and government that represent that people and lead that society. Love must infiltrate every aspect of our social life together, and I think that's the only way that we can establish any sort of lasting peace, or to work for what Dr. King would have called the building up of Christ's kingdom on earth and the creation of the beloved community, which is what this organization and what I believe is ultimately what we want to happen in the world.